All right, so I'm going to continue being my bad student, lazy self. So first thing I look at is the picture, the equation, and then the question, and I'm going to ignore all the words up at the top unless I need them later. So I got a regression equation, which tells me overall finishing time is equal to some values. So right here, I now know what my y variable is and what my x variable is, right? So we're using swim time to predict finish time. I can also see that here in my scatter plot. It looks like my data follows a weak linear trend or moderate linear trend, positive. Yeah, let's see what they ask us for. First question says interpret slope. So we look at all these interpretations and we go, okay, they all have the for every ones. They're all interpreting slope. And again, all of these were written before I had that, before the deterministic thing for the AP. So they're all too deterministic. These would not get you full points if you wrote them. And in fact, they wouldn't be the right answer on the AP. I'll try to make sure I bring an example on the knowledge check of one that sort of has the deterministic versus not language as a multiple choice. So anyways, that aside, we can see that there's different numbers, the 122 and the 1.56. And we see here our slope is the 1.56. So those are still in the running, and we can get rid of two of our answer choices. And then the only difference between B and C is what that one increases in, swim time or overall finishing time. And as long as we remember that our slope is change in y over change in x, we realize that the 1 goes with the x and the 1.56 goes with the y. And so 1 has got to be about swim time, and the correct answer is B. All right, and then the last question. B says one athlete completed the swim in 34 minutes. Okay, so we have a swim time. We have an actual X for someone. Find their actual finish time. So we want to know their real deal Y, not the prediction. If the residual is 11 minutes. So this is just like the previous question. We're going to go ahead and do 2 steps. Step 1, go find your Y hat. Step 2, use that residual formula. Use that residual formula to find that missing Y that we don't have. So I never needed to read the question stem, which told me what the heck was going on here. And whenever that happens, I'm really happy. I feel like I've managed to save myself a little bit of time, especially on a fairly long test. So I'm grabbing this equation, and I'm going to replace the X with 34. All right. I got to get back my little calculator. 122. 175.04. I'm going to plug that in along with the E of 11 we already found. And then the only thing we got to do is add that 175.04 to both sides. Oops. So our final answer here, Y is equal to 186.04. And we should put some units on this. And it looks like overall finish time is in minutes. So again, never had to read the questions down. And I still nailed this problem. All right, so we'll finish up 2.8 on Tuesday. Know that for the knowledge check, interpreting a slope, I'm definitely going to have a multiple choice. I'm going to try to find one with a deterministic language as an issue. Maybe even one of those from scratch, but you can always use the multiple choice to help you out a little bit on that. And definitely one of these ones where we're either calculating E or real Y using the regression line. So if you feel comfortable with all the exercises we've done so far, you're in good shape. I probably won't do one of the calculation ones, but you never know. So make sure you review all this stuff from 2.8 and you should be in good shape.